Shalom. This is your brother Tazaya Amar of GMS Valdosta, Georgia, coming out with another weekly lesson, and I pray that it's edifying as well as informative. But first, we want to give all praises and glorifications to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone, for teaching us the true knowledge of these scriptures. I want to say Shalom and Aham to all the Aquans and Aquas that are striving and thriving in the same 100% true doctrine. Shalom. Today's lesson is based upon a word that just popped up in my mind, out of nowhere. The word is discernment. And the definition of discernment is it involves critical thinking and wisdom to make sound decisions, often including spiritual insight to recognize Yahweh will and avoid errors. And there was another definition that was straight to the point. And it goes like this: testing all things against biblical truths to avoid spiritual deceptions. And with that being said, my first scripture is going to be the book of Philippians, chapter 1, Philippians chapter 1 and verse 9. And this I pray, that your love may abound yet more and more in knowledge and in all judgment. This is Paul speaking. And Paul is pretty much, he's in the spirit as he's speaking this. And one of the ways that you can tell this is, this seemed more like, King Solomon, when he was given the choice of his hard desire by the Most High Yahweh Bashem Shah. Hey, point in case, a lot of time we ask for things, and we ask for it, out of desire, out of our own desire, and the Most High having our best interest in mind. A lot of people think, the Lord didn't answer my prayer. Maybe he didn't answer it in the way that you asked for it, because the things that you was asking for, or the things that you desired, could very well be, your downfall. Take for instance like King Solomon. He asked for wisdom so that he can judge the people, righteousness. He asked for wisdom. And with that and with that thought in mind, the Most High knew that, okay, with wisdom, he'll be able to handle all the other things that I'm going to supply him with. Wealth, wisdom. His wisdom couldn't be compared with no one. He was the smartest man in the land. But along with that wisdom, were all the other attributes that he needed to manage all the other things that the Most High gave to him. Multiple wives, wealth beyond measure, the wisdom to rule his peoples in righteousness. Some people, even with wisdom, can abuse that. There's a terminology that goes like this. Too smart for your own good. Sometimes you can outsmart yourself, outthink yourself. And usually this happens whenever you apply this right here. You don't apply this right here. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, starting at verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Man, those are magical words right there. So I'm going to have to read it again. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. We have a tendency to want to do that. We want to do things our way. And no matter how many times we have failed trying to do things our way, sometimes we still insist on just doing things our way. And that is insanity. Keep doing the same thing, getting the same results, thinking they're going to change. And they never do. You end up falling on your face. Next scripture. The book of 1 Kings, chapter 3, starting at verse 9. Salaki, 1 Kings chapter 3, we're going to start at verse 7. And now, Yahweh, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David, my father. King Solomon speaking. And I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thou so great a people? And the speech pleased the Most High Yahweh, that Solomon had asked this thing. And the Most High said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked for riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemy, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy word. Lo, I have given thee a wise and an understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. Man, oh man. So, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of times when we ask the Most High for things and we don't get them right away, maybe He has something better for us. Maybe the things that we ask for, we ask them out of order. But they say sometimes you have to have all your ducks in a row. You have to have your priorities that align with His will. And I'm trying to think of a better way to put that. Maybe trust in the Most High Yahweh Shema Shah with all your heart and soul. And let Him guide your steps. If the things that you are searching out in life, or think that you are missing out on certain things or whatever, hey, like I say, sometimes these things can be a snare. They can separate you from your higher power. So keep that in mind. When things don't go your way, hey, maybe it's all because they don't align with the Most High. And with that being said, I'm going to close out by giving all the praises and glorifications to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rikakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us the true knowledge of these scriptures. I want to say shalom and ahar to all the Akwans and Akwa that are striving and thriving in the same 100% true doctrine. Shalom.